Hello, my name is Madeline. I'm a photographer, founder and creative director of VenicePeach. We offer custom tailored photo shoots with a one-of-a-kind experience and awesome results. I was asked to tell you a bit about my business, but I thought I'd tell you about my background as well because it might help you. I grew up in East Germany, and my parents never experienced the freedom of creativity or the freedom to travel, so I wanted to have that different. Since the wall came down when I was a little kid, everything changed for us in the country, so I had different chances than my parents had, although I followed still my parents' beliefs. They thought that we were all in a working society where everybody had their programmed place and that creativity was only something for your spare time, and Germany has this thing where you have to have a proper education for everything, so if you just work on a hobby, you just can't make a job out of it, or at least it was like that when I was younger. And since I didn't have a proper portfolio or anything in writing that I was good at what I was doing, I believed them. So I went to university and I studied engineering and economics, which was a blast. I didn't finish it. I studied nursing then afterwards for 3 years and finished as the best of my class, but that didn't make me happy either, although I'm still into the nursing, but it's not the big thing anymore. I had further education in retail and management and holistic therapy, and I've been always working in my entire life. I started working in my summer holidays when I was 14 as a dishwasher, from dishwasher to millionaire, right? So I'm still working on that. I had about 30 different side jobs and internships in my entire life. I worked obviously in nursing and care for most of my life, but I had also jobs where I was working as a mechanic or radio presenter, as a private German teacher, in medical equipment design, where I designed a size-adjustable sitting aid for costume-paired kids with mental and neurological disabilities. I also worked on projects with the local Northwestern Migrants Forum, and I even played in a band. Took a mixtape if you want to look it up. I had my first own business in 2007 in event management, which I sold on to my partner that I was having in Germany that was working with me on it, and he kept it alive for quite a while. I had another business in jewelry design and sale, which I'm trying to sell on at the moment because of photography. I also tried myself in a niche blog to make it big, but I didn't. And I wrote and published 3 books to date in 2 different languages, but none of those things ever made me happy. So about a year ago I got really sick, and I was actually so sick that I thought that I was dying. So I was looking back at my life and I was thinking it didn't really work out that way as I planned, because I've had all those creative projects that I was working on, but nothing really got me a foundation to leave my mark in life, and I was thinking it couldn't be all that the world had to offer for me. So I kind of crawled out of bed and I went to my boyfriend and I cried my heart out, and he suggested that I should do photography because I would combine all my creative projects, and I was good at it because I was doing it since about 25 years as a hobby, but I never really did anything with it. So I was thinking about it and I said, yeah, it would be a good idea, but he had gifted me as well his DSLR a while ago, and I was just sitting there gathering dust because I was scared of it. It was huge and it had all those buttons and I didn't think I could do anything with it. So I was thinking about it, and I went to bed and I slept over it, and the next morning it looked kind of like a wee bit more like the way that it could be approachable, but there were still all those buttons. So I left it for a wee while, and that evening on the 12th of April last year, I watched a random creative life course, which was specifically not about photography, but about how to get your life in order and build a business and stuff. And while I was watching this course, I was listening to one of the ladies that was speaking there, and she totally impressed me. Her name is Sue Bryce, and she is a portrait photographer from Australia. And I don't know, like she really impressed me, and I thought I can do that as well. So I sat down with my boyfriend again. He was really supportive on all these things, and we were sitting down and making a list about what I need from a business. So we're talking about a brand name, a website, social networks, content, portfolio, clients, monetizing, more gear, signing up for business info tags, and courses. He said to me, whenever you should work on your tool first. Like you should know your tool inside and out, which was the camera with all those buttons. And I sat down and I tried it, and it wasn't actually that scary after all. Like in a couple of weeks I had it all sorted out. And he said to me as well, if I would watch lots of courses, I would bring myself, my skill set, and my status up above most of the competition out there, which was true as well. So I started doing all this, and sorry, I'm just trying to find my thought again here. So I pretty much started with my business idea. I started to take my DSLR everywhere and shot photos and practice all the buttons. And I invested all the money that I was making solely into gear and all the necessities that we need for a business. Within 3 weeks of deciding to go pro, I was shooting with my first client, which was a stranger. It was a big step for me, but within 4 weeks of picking up the camera, I shot my first wedding. And it turned out really well. I'll leave you a few business cards there afterwards. I worked as hard as I possibly could and invested everything, all the time and everything that I was making into the business. I became obsessed with it. I had like 20-hour days were a normality, and to work 7 days a week was a must. I had to transform from being shy to getting bold and to make connections and to be aware of opportunities. And I kept pushing myself every day a little further. Since I was still working 12.5-hour shifts for 3 to 4 nights a week, I had to fit all my plans and actions in between that. My friends would see me a lot less. I would shoot usually in the mornings because the light is the best around brunch time. I would Photoshop through the nights that I was off. I would plan my weeks and marketing strategies in my break time, and would continue to watch courses, tutorials and webinars on my days off. I would upgrade my gear constantly and spend huge amounts of my money to get my business set up. I became one of the 8081's creatives, and I've been forwarded so far for 2 competitions for 2 awards. My previous work has been featured in newspapers and magazines like The Sunday World and Rock Sound, and many local newspapers in Northern Ireland, UK and Germany. And I have been at Venezuelan DG Radio Empire several times on paperly and local exhibitions. And then and now my photography has gotten me backstage at Fighting with Fire's last ever show, Funeral for a Friend, the Bloodhound Gang, and the VIP launch party of Thanks Trust Clothing, as well as onto lots of CD covers for several bands and artists, also in the local area, and still some to be published yet. I have photographed artists like Augustana, The Used, Frank Turner, Ryan Adams, and Sugar Plum Fairy, and many more. I have met celebrities like the UFC star John Kavanagh and Paddy the Hooligan Hooligan, Toby Maguire and Lara Morgan. And I have taken photographs for promotion purposes and artwork for many startup bands and artists in the area and in different countries, as well as already established artists like Luis da Costa, which is an international DJ from Derry. And although this is a very competitive genre, or creative genre like photography, I have already established a waiting list of clients, and I'm doing big steps towards having my own studio. Don't ever settle for a job that doesn't make you happy. If you have a dream, get up, get out there and make it happen. Don't ever let anybody say that you can't do it, not even your parents, not even your best friends, because they don't know what you're truly capable of. You don't even know until you try it. if they think they can't make it because they failed or because they're not willing to do it, doesn't mean that you can't do it. Failing doesn't mean that you're a failure, it just means that you have to retry and establish something until it works. Not trying at all is the only thing that you should regret in life. If you don't have any money, be inventive. There are lots of opportunities online where you can ask for money, ask for help, or swap favors. If you really truly want something, you can make it happen. Everything is on the other side of fear, so be brave and be bold and believe in yourself, and things will start to fall into place. It will be exhausting, but it will be so worth it. And every one of you is special. Nobody has the same skill set and the same experiences that you have, so you can truly make something that is just you, that is just expressing what you do, and that is special. You can make your mark in life. You can make the difference. This year is the first day of your life, so make it awesome. Thank you.